Hi, my name is Barry Eisler. Up until this point, I've written a thriller series about a half American, half Japanese assassin named John Rain. But my latest book, which will be out in February, is a standalone thriller. It's called Fault Line. I have a new publisher, Ballantine. And I'm particularly excited about this book, not just because it's a bit different from the thriller series I've written up until this point, but also because it draws on even more experiences in some of the background I have. It's as realistic in every way as I can get it, just like the Rain books. And in fact, if I were to describe my brand, I would say my brand has a lot to do with realism. I spent 3 years in a covert position in the Directorate of Operations in the CIA, so I had all the training, I had all that experience, and all of that goes into the action and the tradecraft sequences in my books. They're all as real as possible in the Rain books and also in the current book. The current book is, the heart of the story is a conflict, a relationship between two brothers. Ben Trevin is the older brother. He's an undercover soldier. If anyone's curious about this guy and what he does, what unit he comes from, I would recommend Googling military liaison element. Just Google that phrase and you'll get taken into a whole bunch of websites and articles in the media about a very interesting branch of the U.S. Armed Forces that is not very widely reported on. Seymour Hersh recently in the New Yorker had an article about things that our military liaison element people are doing in Iran. They've been known by a lot of other names, Gray Fox, Center Spike, some other names. Anyway, Ben Trevin, the older brother, that's what he does. You can think of him as an assassin for shorthand. His younger brother, Alex Trevin, is a hotshot Silicon Valley lawyer. They're quite different. I don't know that I was a hotshot Silicon Valley lawyer, but I was a Silicon Valley lawyer with a big law firm, Weil, Gotshal & Manges, New York-based. Spent about 7 or 8 years doing that, including 3 years in Japan. And then I spent 3 years with a California Silicon Valley technology startup. So I know that world reasonably well, too, the world of Silicon Valley technology law and venture finance. So I know Alex's world as well as I know Ben's. So it's really fun and satisfying for me to be able to draw on both those elements in my background and creating these characters and creating their conflict. Ben's and Alex's family is gone for a variety of reasons. These guys have had some family tragedies and they resent each other. They don't talk to each other. In fact, they haven't even spoken or seen each other maybe 7 years since their mother's funeral. Alex gets into a jam at the beginning of the story, something that is outside his understanding of the world. He's in over his head, and in extremis, he is forced to call upon the last person in the world he ever thought he would contact for a favor, and that's his brother Ben. Ben is not happy about getting this request, but blood is thicker than water, and resentfully, reluctantly, Ben travels from Istanbul, where he's working right now, to Silicon Valley, the San Francisco Bay Area, to help Alex out. Alex, mixed up in Alex's world, is a beautiful Iranian-American attorney named Sarah Hosseini, who Alex secretly has strong feelings for. Ben immediately gets a bad feeling about her because Ben kills Iranians for a living. And her presence creates a kind of a love triangle and really heightens the pre-existing tensions between the two brothers. The three of them are going to have to work together to solve the problem that they all find, that this conspiracy that the three of them find themselves in the middle of. But to survive that conspiracy, they're first going to have to find a way to survive each other. Really fun thriller. I had a blast writing it, and I think anybody who likes thrillers, politics, exotic locations, realistic action and tradecraft, steamy sex, you'll definitely love Fault Line.